just nestling right beside you.
Yep.
Thanks.
All right, there we go. It's nice and tight here.
My name's Pete Murray. Thanks for standing here in the slight rain. See you again soon. Give it up for Pete Murray, everybody.
Good, how are you?
I'm sorry.
Hello everyone, we are Betty and Kora here at Tall Tree Music Festival with Pete Murray from Australia, and we are very excited to have you here today, Pete.
I'm very excited also
Yeah,
to be right here.
We just watched him play an amazing set on the Tall Tree stage, and welcome to Canada.
Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to be back. I was just saying to a couple of people earlier that I've been here. This is my third time back, and playing. And then the first two times have been just solo acoustic. So it was really nice to come back and actually play kind of with a band, with a bass player and a guitarist and beats.
Yeah.
So just to break up the set, so that it's not just a solo acoustic and vocal for the whole hour.
Yeah, that's awesome. We were wondering what it's been like for you, this being the 10-year anniversary of Feeler, touring it the second time round versus the first time a decade later.
It brought back a lot of memories to me doing this tour again, because Feeler was interesting when that album came out. It just had this groundswell, and it just kept building and building and building. And I know when we were touring it, we set off to play shows that were way smaller. We were looking at kind of 300 to 500 maximum rooms. And as we got into the tour, the songs were hitting radio, and this just kind of exploded. So we kept adding on shows and adding on shows and adding bigger shows and adding bigger shows, and to the point where I lost my voice, because it was just we were doing too many shows.
Wow.
And so then we finished that run, which was I think it felt like about 15 years. We did that 3 months, but it was so many shows, and then we had a break and we came back and we did another short run of just doing bigger venues. And then within a week, the commercial radio stations were calling the record label saying, "Hey, why haven't we got this?" Because the whole idea was to not just to go to the commercial stations,
Right.
keep it kind of a little bit more alternate, and build it like
Underground,
that. So within a week that was happening, and then the commercial radio started playing it. Next minute, it just exploded. It was really massive. So for me, first time around touring this album was I wasn't prepared for it.
Right.
I wasn't prepared for the success, and I think that I was. It was difficult to enjoy it because it was just suddenly I was struggling to play to 30 people, 50 people. And then we were playing to 5,000, 10,000, and it was just at festivals. Every festival we were going to was kind of whenever someone's the new hot act, everyone wants to go and see that person. So it's everywhere we were going, and every festival we were playing was just every tent was just like massive, and I was shitting myself, to be honest. It was like I think this time around I've done years of touring now, and confident on stage, so you can walk on stage, you can have a chat with the crowd, and you can really enjoy it rather than kind of going, whoa, there's a lot of people out there. So it's been great, but the I felt that the crowds have been kind of had the same enthusiasm as what they did back when 10 years ago when Feeler came out. It's been really an enjoyable tour, and met so many of the fans that were there 10 years ago that have now got kids, and they were teenagers back then, and it's really interesting to see that develop.
So talking about fans, I want to touch on this. You were talking to a group of guys wearing the straw hats and the yellow shirts.
Oh yeah.
You really loved them. Like there was like a connection.
Yeah. Well, they were good-looking guys, and I wanted one of those fluoro tops.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get you one.
Yeah. Well, no rush, but we'll see if we can find one. I thought they were Aussies at first.
Really?
Yeah, just because Aussies dress silly like that a lot of the time. So, but as it turned out to be, they were English, who also dress quite silly as well.
And Canadians.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
The Commonwealth.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers to that.
It's the Commonwealth, something in the Commonwealth, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I wanted to touch on the Byron sessions that you released last year. We have all traveled a lot in
Yep.
Australia and lived a lot in Australia in Byron Bay, and I wanted to know what particular aspects about Byron Bay really motivated you and was kind of the background to write the Byron sessions.
Well, it's funny, if you go back, that was an acoustic version of the Blue Sky Blue album, which was an electric album, which I wanted to do because I guess I was quite well known for the acoustic songs. A lot of the singles on radio were acoustic songs. Songs like So Beautiful, Opportunity, Better Days, they were all kind of ballads. And I wanted to get away from that with the Blue Sky Blue album and create an electric album. Then, after doing that, I thought it would be pretty cool to do an acoustic version of that because the producer that I worked with, Tom Rothrock, he originally said, look, we could make a really great acoustic album of this if that's what you want to do. And I said, no, I really want to do electric. But the song Always a Winner off that album, we did, you guys will probably see this on the internet one day. I did an acoustic version of this song as a B-side, and I loved it. I actually enjoyed it way more than the original electric version. So I decided to do a spoof video of the Always a Winner video. I don't know if you've seen that one, but it's like an action kind of comedy, James Bond style.
Yeah.
So I have this South American version of Pete Murray called Pedro Morales, which has a mullet wig and a moustache, wearing a 70s suit.
Amazing. That is amazing.
Bit of a pot belly, and he's a detective.
Yeah.
And so I did basically a piss take of that video. We probably did this 12 months ago. We've still been kind of just re-editing it. It's just finished now, and I'm kind of nervous. Do I put this out, or do I not?
You have
I
to
think
now.
you need to put that out.
I know what's
for
going to
sure.
happen. I know that this is going to come out, and for all those people that have never heard of me before, they're going to get this music clip and go, this Pedro Morales guy, I love him, and they'll go, who the fuck's Pete Murray? That's going to happen.
I look forward to seeing
We
that.
look forward to seeing that.
Yeah. So anyway, when I did that acoustic version, we did the video, and then I thought, let's do why don't we do an acoustic tour? I've never done like a solo tour in Australia. I've always overseas I've done the solo acoustic thing. So I thought, let's do a acoustic tour, and why don't we have an album to sell for that? And so I decided to do an acoustic version of every song off Blue Sky Blue, which
Amazing.
which was really great fun. So I guess the connection of being in Byron, I'm right into my surfing and having that, I guess, that surf culture. It's very laid back. The music has a kind of an acoustic groove, and it's a laid back feel, and that was really the inspiration for it. And recording in my studio at Byron Bay as well.
I have a question about Byron.
Yeah.
The shipwreck.
Yes.
Have you ever surfed over that?
Um,
Because I've heard legends of people surfing over it, but I've never seen it.
I've never heard of anyone surfing over it, but I guess on a full tide, on a king tide, you could possibly do that.
Okay.
I haven't
checking.
tried it, no. I still have all my toes, so yeah. It'd be pretty sharp if you hit it.
Oh, it'd be really sharp.
Yeah. But you know what? I want to try that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
All
do
right.
Okay, on record.
Yeah.
Murray can surf over the shipwreck.
And if anything happens to me, this is on camera, so
Don't blame
Don't blame us. Not a question.
No, well, it's a question.
Okay,
It's a question.
you're
Our last question for you, Pete. We're wondering, how high can you high kick?
well,
We're gonna need
We're gonna need a
I don't know
demonstration.
how high I can kick, but I know that Pedro Morales can kick mighty high.
Oh, let's see, Pedro.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're speaking to Pedro now.
Yeah.
Pedro, how high can you high kick?
Oh, so high.
Okay, let's.
high.
You might
we're gonna need to-
demonstrate.
we're gonna need to-
Can I see you guys do it first?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm a little nervous.
We'll do a double high
We'll
kick
do a
for you.
double high kick. Okay. 3,
Okay.
2, 1. Okay.
It's pretty impressive. Okay.
All right, you're up, Pedro.
All right.
Don't blow a hammy.
No. Radio. A little warm up here.
Stretch it out. Take your time.
Woo!
Oh,
That was pretty good.
Really good.
Well done, Pedro.
Yeah.
And group hug.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, good. All right.
There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Betty and Kora love Pete Murray.
Yeah.